Hello everyone, welcome back to the video today. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to be a pro at World Conquest. So you're going to want to start off with finding a country. I recommend a country that you know a lot about, but it can't be like the United States, because that's a really boring country and that you can't do anything with unless you just like want to help other countries. But I recommend doing a little bit of research on geography and roleplay before you start this. But basically, to start off, I'll just be But a good country maybe would be Italy if no one has it, and pretty early on. You could RP invading Ethiopia. So say you were, or you could be like rebels like that. So say you're like Sicilian rebels, which is not possible at this time. So say you were like Sicilian rebels. So you're gonna want to roleplay for spreading propaganda and like a pro-rebellion like news to get people on your side. You're going to want to also find countries that will fund your rebellion. Usually you're going to want to find enemies of Italy, as that will make Italy weaker by you rebelling. But also, another thing is, once you build up all of that stuff, you're going to have to you're going to have to do actual war roleplay. So, I recommend, if you're like a starter, you don't really need to do this, but I recommend using specific numbers, not entirely specific, but like 20,000 or 10,000 or 30,000. But you could just say, we charge into their defenses at lightning speed with our 4 divisions of infantry. And that's still pretty simple, but it's not simple enough to where you can like get like voided for it. But it's complicated enough to where it'll pass by moderators usually. But say you're rebelling against Sicily, and you have this region, but you're not sure if it supports you. You might want to look that up, or you can just say, yeah, it supports me, and then worry about the rebels later. Again, you're going to want to know what kind of army you have, what kind of army that your enemy has. That's what I usually worry about. Say I'm like the Pope in 1444 invading Naples. Obviously I'd die, because they're puppeted to what's it called, Aragon. But you're going to want to know what military Naples has, along with the military of Aragon, and obviously it'd be a war you would immediately lose. But in case you don't, you're going to want to know the response of the people that you invaded. So people such as like Neapolitan people in this region, you're going to want to know how they would feel about you ruling, and if they're not like okay with that, you might want to puppet them, or just like release them, but it would still make Aragon weak. Or you could keep it, but suffer from instability from that region. You could try to ease the revolts, or you could forcefully, do that one thing. But I usually just recommend, invading smaller enemies until you get big enough to invade that one big enemy. Like, say you were the Pope. Again, this would be fail roleplay, but say you invaded all of this and Venice, and then you wanted to invade, and all of these, there's like, these parts right here, and then invade this stuff, and then there's Savoy right here, who's like a large-ish country, and say you want to invade Savoy. Again, not possible. But in case you did, that'd be pretty hard. But you'd have to build up by invading all of your neighbors with Casus Belli. If you don't know what a Casus Belli is, it's your reason for invading. You can't have no reason. And if you want to like know more about Casus Belli, you can look at the World Conquest Handbook. I would link it in the description, but I'm banned from the Discord. Cough, cough. Anyways, so yeah. But after that, oh Jesus, who's that? Ban this guy. Any moderators watching? But what's his username? God of Pikachu. And if you succeed in invading Savoy, you could go on to like inherit Burgundy, and then you could become a Habsburg, and then inherit Austria, which would be even better, and then you'd be the Emperor of the HRE as the Pope, which would be pretty cursed, but I don't even know if you could do that. Again, I'm not very good at making realistic scenarios, you can tell that by my videos, but, you know, I mean, in 1444, if you can diverge from the timeline as much as possible and still make it possible, then eventually it'll be realistic enough to pass. Like, you're gonna have to wait a while for it to eventually cool down, and then you'll be stable. But yeah. So that's just the basics to RPing. I'll make another video in the future about this a lot later. But yeah, that's really all you need to know for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.